Hey everybody, thank you again for stopping by. This is going to be episode 5 of Citizen Sleeper. Last episode we did a lot of work. We found out what was going on with the winter light, and yeah, apparently a sleeper got killed there. We went got some stabilizer. Went to go get to Sabine's apartment because she gave us some information to get her out. She asked for us to get her out. We helped Nikita. We got that done. Repairing her ship. The ship mine's gone, so we have to build a ship mind. We also got a little bit more extra information. There is one more key node that we need to go get, and we're waiting on the Ripper worm to finish its task. Other than that, I don't think we did anything else other than check out the low end, which it looks like I'm just free to go into now. So it looks like you don't have to redo unlocking and stuff, which is nice. I don't have to buy a pass over and over again. I don't have to pay a toll every time. So maybe we haven't ended the cycle. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to end the cycle. Also we're being hunted, and somebody is tracking me. So we'll see what happens once that is over. Now, what a way to start the episode, right? Ooh. I don't like how it's just completely gone. That's spooky to me. Okay, so I've got a 5. I've got 2 5s, 2 2s, and a 3. So let's go ahead and leave. Ethan! Hold it there, sleeper, comes a voice from behind you. Don't you run. Stay still. Good, good. A hand pats your coat down. You know your master's voice. Ethan spins you around. No. Fuck you. He is wearing a white smirk and a slick jacket, and you know he is terrible news. You got all the way out here and then stayed put? He laughs a cruel laugh. That a sleeper thing? You're my first. You barely hear him. You notice the handgun he has leveled at your chest, and it's hard to take your eyes off of it. He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of ring out from a belt loop without taking his eyes off you. Making it to the eye, though, that's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or off of godforsaken booms. He splits the ring into 2 perfect circles. It's hard to hit civilization when there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just a freelancer on a contract. He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrists. Go easy. Let him. Good. You've got the idea. He's got a fucking gun in my chest. He grins. It's over. Ethan nudges you to start walking. To the ship and to ship and home, he whistles. Going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind your mind racing. Who hired you? Your daddy's at Essenorp. They want you home for dinner. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor. Shame to come all the way out here just to head back to Essenorp right away. That tracker of yours makes this too quick. Was hoping you put up a bit more of a chase, you know. A running battle through the bright market maybe, or a holdout in the low end. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I asked around. You walk on in silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. That Essenarp tracker will be the death of you. Hey, I have an idea. Ethan interrupts your thoughts. How about on the way back to ship, we stop for a drink? I'm buying. He laughs at his own joke. I have a better idea. This better not be one of those where you do a dramatic pause and try to jump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, muses Ethan, I've got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are in one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate systems, and we're heading for the exit. He pauses, and you trudge on in silence. Okay, here's the idea, starts Ethan. You and me, we make a little agreement. Here are the terms. He turns you to face him. You run, or leave, or try to abandon the eye, I shoot you. You plot, or scheme, you try to kill me, I shoot you. But, he smiles, you come meet me at an establishment of my choice every few cycles, and you pay my tab, I don't shoot you. He pauses. You don't pay my tab. He rattles his handgun. You get the idea. I get it. Okay then, that sounds to me like a deal. He stretches. You know, I really thought I was going to have to kill you. This is so much better. He clicks something at his belt, and the rings release from your wrists. I'm going to see if I can find my old stool at the Compressor Club. Come see me there. He aims a handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Let me just remind you, that body of yours is one big tracker, so don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know. Ethan turns and strides off down the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do? I'm gonna wait until Fang gets rid of this tracker on me. That's what I'm gonna do. Pay Ethan's tab. Oof. Maybe if you manage to pay his tab, Ethan will leave you alone. Wishful thinking, perhaps, but what else can you do? Pretty much. Is it in low end or something? No, it's right here. Is that 2 turns? Oof. Compressor Cafe. Compressor Club. Chaotic Bright Club. Market Club. Ugh. Alright, well... Trying to think of what I can do right now, because that isn't going to give me money, and I need money. Let's go to the club just to see how much it's going to cost. Ethan's tab. Oh, it's 4. Okay, good. You see Ethan at a distance shouting from the bar for more drinks. This bill is not going to small, is it? I don't see. Oh, I have to wait for it to finish and then I pay his tab. Oof. Okay. Well, I guess I should go work for a bit. You know what? Let's go to the bar. And I'm going to do a little bit bar shift here so I can make some cryo. Actually, wait. No. I was going to first, sorry. I was going to go to here. Keynode 0021. This personal terminal is empty apart from a single high-level encryption. Locked behind access protocols, so 1 or 3. Luckily, I have a 3. Bypass. Extract data. Oh, nice. Cryo. Encrypted key. Okay. Nice, I guess. Alright, well, that's all I can really do right now, until this is done at least, which is next turn. To count on you, Fang. Alright, well, in the meantime, then, I'm gonna at least go to the bar and work a shift here, work some shifts here. Get myself to good service. Maybe these people will like me. So in that case, I'm gonna throw in some 2s. It's 50-50 for bad, so we'll see what happens. I lost energy. Oof. Throw Seeker. Plus energy. I lost energy, gained energy. Huh. Okay, so real quick though, I'm gonna leave. I should eat. But I also want to buy the other thing that's about to leave, the other ship mine part. Fuck. I do need to get energy though. I'll order some fungus. And I'll probably put a 5 in there to see if I can get at least 15 credits, get the credits back. Alright, cool. Plus fungus fan, which I guess it will keep ticking even though I don't need it anymore. Alright, and then I'll come back here, and we'll slot in a 5 this time around for a 50-50 with neutral or positive, so... Oops! Wrong button. Okay, start action. Nice! Good service and some cryo. Alright, so now I can go ahead and pop over here, and I'm actually gonna just go ahead and get myself the other ship mine fragment. So buy that real quick. Alright, now they can leave. I don't care about them anymore. See, that's the thing, is I also need to get yard hands. So maybe I don't need money as bad right now. So why don't I go ahead and do a little bit more assisting shipbuilders, because I may get double yard hand stuff here. So let's try that out. +1. God damn it. Alright, well, do I risk the 2 on this? I kind of want to see what opens up here. And that's dangerous, and I have -1, so let's assist shipbuilder again. Might as well. Nice! I did it! Neutral alco. So just try to make yourself useful, carrying tools and crates, you begin to notice how they work. Cool. So, Lem and Mina, worker and daughter, and a unit assembly. Sideral Horizon assembly line. Interesting. Okay, and Hafen Age offices. Alright. So let's go here first, check this out. Check what I can do here. Tracking Yatagan. A slate in the office advertises that Haven Age are looking for informants on gang activity in the Eye. They'll pay. Well, I've got some Yatagan data, right? Yeah. Cool. And then fragment supply. Oof. Sophisticated tech is rare on the eye, so the shipyard is happy to pay for ship mine fragments they can dismantle and reuse. I will not be doing that because I need to make a ship mine. So what I will do though is they're paying. Wait. 1 second. If I go back here. Ah, she needs 3. So Sabine's terminal sits open in an empty apartment waiting for the next batch of Yatagun data, and Yatagun hacked. With enough data on the Yatagun activities, Sabine might be able to bargain for her freedom. I kind of want to help her, because she can get me the stabilizer, and I can have at least a constant supply of cheaper stabilizer, I'm sure. So here we go. Alright, the terminal chirps, the data quickly tucked away in Sabine's encrypted system. So there you go, Sabine. And then let's go talk to Lem and Mina. 1 second, I'm going to take a quick drink here. From the walkway, the Sideral Horizon looks impossibly vast, a landscape of plating and frames. All along her flanks, torches flicker, drones maneuver, arc lights glint. The sense of scale of industry is both stunning and strangely unsettling. She's quite beautiful, I think. Ah, sorry. Yeah, she's quite beautiful, I think. You turn to see a figure a little way down the walkway, leaning at the railing. He is thin, ragged, his work gear poorly fitted and loose. The torches of the Sideral Horizon flicker in his eyes as he turns to you. Lem. He leans back from the rail, revealing a child standing beside him, staring out at the ship. And this is Mina, he adds with a smile. Hi, Lem. Hi, he replies plainly and then shifts a little closer down the rail. Mina stares and tucks herself behind Lem, who dutifully picks her up. I didn't want to scare the kid. Mina looks out from Lem's chest, dark brown eye twinkling among the rough material. You working on her then? Lem asks eagerly, gesturing to the vast ship, or just admiring. He shifts Mina's weight from the other arm. Admiring. Understandable, he nods, gazing back. I don't know why they're all Australian, but it is what it is. Mostly Australian. He nods, gazing back out at the Sideral Horizon. You like her too, don't you, Mina? He jostles her a little. She's Mina, and I's ticket out of this place. Our escape victor, sort of think. The ship? You haven't heard? Anyone who takes a Haven Age contract in the Sideral Horizon will be entered into a draw for the transit support crew. He smiles. We won't get to sleep the journey through, but a couple of decades of service will be nothing for me and Mina if it means landfall in a new world. He winks. Transit support? Uh-huh. Someone needs to stay awake to keep the thing running. He straightens up, stretching his back. That's a colony ship, friend. The Sealess Foundation is sending thousands to settle a system well outside the reach of the core worlds. It'll be totally independent colony. No surrogacy, no corporations. Sealess Foundation? They are Haven Age's client. Yeah, some wealthy projects from the core systems. Interested in independence and self-sufficiency and all that. They hired the whole shipyard out. Helped rekit and everything. He strokes Mina's hair. Someone else's dream, I suppose, but it doesn't mean people like me and Mina can't tag along. Mina responds by pushing his hand away. Daddy, she whispers. Food. Pulling in an exaggerated, grumpy face. She glances furtively at you as she plays with a set of dog tags that hang from Lem's neck. I'm just chatting a little, meanie. Give Daddy a sec. He turns back to you, and you suddenly notice how tired he looks. I'm not on the Haven Age crew yet, but I'll work my way in. You can do it too, friend. We have to stick together. He smiles a little shakily, and you wonder how long he's been working to break into the official shipyard crew. I'm working on it. He looks out at the Sideral Horizon, as if trying to pull energy from those flickering torches from the vast hole. You've got to hold out, okay? You're not quite sure if he's talking to you. That's how it works. While he stares out, Mina catches your eye curiously. You agree, Mina? She straightens up and meets your eye. Daddy loves me, she says it stubbornly, daring you to question her. Lem smiles and lifts Mina. That's it. We hold on. He smiles sheepishly at you. We are just a couple of softies, isn't that right, Mina? He sets her down, standing by his side, and she clings to his leg. Gotta feed this one. He pats her back. Maybe see you on a shift, huh? He turns, and they walk down the walkway, away from the ship. You see them talking, and then a moment later, Mina turns around and stops. See you, robot! Her shout echoes down the walkway, and she flashes you a parting smile before running to catch up with Lem. You watch them a little before you turn back to the impossible scale of the Sideral Horizon, a ticket out. Yeah, but I gotta get rid of the tracker first. Unit assembly, Sideral Horizon assembly line. So I can either system fitting. The Sideral Horizon is a web of complex systems bundled like nerves in a body. Your job is to lay these systems in, which is interface. I can do that. I'm really good at that. Junior tech. The system team is looking for new members. Prove yourself for double tech and you are in. Quality control. Shipbuilding spots on the Sideral Horizon are hard to come by. Poor work will see you drop from the roster. Great. Or I could do structural fitting, which is engineering. Sideral Horizon is assembled block by block. You earned a place on the team welding those blocks together. And then welder's mate. You have a spot supporting the weld team. A good place to prove you know how to put a ship together. Interesting. The only issue I see is, unless I get, like, Sabine to go with me, I don't know if I'm going to have stabilizer. And she could probably reverse engineer the stabilizer for me. So that's what I'm guessing her place is. And I'm guessing most of these people we take with us, kind of a thing, is like, my drive now is to find all the good people, even Ethan, if he proves himself, and we get the fuck out of here by going on the Sideral Horizon. But we'll see what happens. Alright. Well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and end this cycle, since there's not much else I can do right now with 10 credits, no dice, and 2 shipmine fragments. That's it. So let's go ahead and end the cycle. End cycle. Interesting. All right. 1, 1, 3, 4, 5. Leave. So now I've got Fang to go talk to. They're gone, but these guys are back, so I could always check them out. It is still being worked on there. Okay. I need 150 for the Greenway. Let's go talk to Fang first. As you arrive, Fang comes striding towards you, taking you by surprise. Let's go, Sleepa. He puts a hand on your shoulder and turns you to walk back the way you came. Go where? To see Hardhurst. Gives you a sideways glance. Isn't that what you were here for? He steps into the passageway, guiding you downring towards the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we have something out of an opportunity. The data you ripped. Well done, by the way. He grins. Tells me if Hardin is making a rare inspection of the Sideral Horizon this cycle. It's a perfect chance to confront him outside the compound he hides in. Fang takes a sharp turn into a dimly lit side passage. Confront him? That's right, it's a perfect time. Fang slows and slips into a dark service tunnel where somewhere a water pipe drips in the black. It's him, Sleeper, the same Hardinhurst. I wormed out decades of records that mention him by name, an entire trail of documentation from the first day of the Solheim collapse until now. He wrote the whole thing, slipped into Haven Age when it first broke off from the Union. Faces the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need to understand something about Solheim, Sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here, running the station one day, and the next, Erlin's Union took over. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the Palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the costs higher. People like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a berth on the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker, and to the mistakes, the accidents were coming in non-stop. And as new waves of contractors came in, desperate to work, Solheim welcomed them in, taking bribes instead of checking pilot licenses. The whole time, Solheim was folding up, dragged into court cases in the central systems, while this severed limb of a station still desperately tried to take it all it could. The riots came after the collision at Dock 2. A young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his tractor and took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified, and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. I don't know what accent I'm going here. People like to tell stories about Erlin, how he brought apparently Irishish. Put the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true, but my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself into the MEV and welded it to the dock. My father joined the improvised crews, trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back. Fang pauses in the dark. They sealed it up, though, and by the time they did, Solheim was gone, batting every one of us to the black. Apart. Fang finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning. From shits like Harin. Shits who held their place, rotted out, and slipped into the new structure like nothing had changed, standing shoulder to shoulder with those they had exploited at every step. Fang starts walking again. That's why I can't just let him strut about the shipyard. This time, his past catches up with him. How is he still alive? Clearly, you don't know much about executives. That kind of power comes with certain benefits. 1 second. Fang rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass-roofed. Through the ceiling, you can see ships in mid-construction, their flanks lit by flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead. Let's go. Fang grins. Let's go show this shithead some consequences. He strides to the shipyard. I feel like I'm gonna die. Or something. Shipyard entrance pushes through the doors. A web of corridors lead through the complex snatches of the construction bays, always appearing through the windows. Through the complex snatches of the construction bays, always appearing through the windows. Ships are suspended like whale corpses, skeletal, imposing. Fang seems to know exactly where he is going, and before long you cross into a huge dry dock locked to one side of Sideral Horizon. I mean, I've already been here, so I should know too. A network of platforms and scaffolding cling to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. The sound is stretched out by the vast space so that the welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Fang spot them at the same time. A group walking slowly across a gantry, and at one front, 2 men, one gesturing towards the ship and the other stick-thin, cleanly dressed, with a shock of gray hair. Hardin. You and Fang say his name in unison, and Fang sets off up the staircase to the gantry with you following behind. As you come to the same level, the group is passing closer, the foreman gesturing to the work being done throughout the dock and Hardin nodding along. Hardin Hurst! Fang shouts across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back in a rippling echo. The figures turn. Yes? Hardin asks quizzically. Raising an eyebrow, he glances between you and Fang, and you see his gaze lingering on your body, unsure of why a sleeper might be in this place. You are a traitor, Hardin, a Solheim executive, who tried to hide here among its victims. Fang's voice is steady and strong. You stand for everything that I was rebuilt in the shadow of, everything Erlen stood for, everything Heaven Age stands for. You have no place in the station. For a moment, stillness descends on the group, as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Hardin laughs. Well, good to meet you, too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, the others nervous. You are from the systems branch, are you not? Asks Hardin, inspecting Fang's clothing. Fang turns to the foreman. You need to call for security. This man is a corporate agent. The foreman glances between Fang and Hardin, his hands drumming at his sides. Hardin leans in towards him and says something inaudible. The foreman nods. It's true. As you begin speaking, Hardin turns his attention to you. And what would a sleeper know about that? You accuse me of being a corporate agent. What are you, if not exactly that? He looks around at the group, who are already eyeing you with suspicion. You are a product of S&R. You have no place in a Haven Age shipyard. Who knows what signals you are sending out to your makers? A murmur of approval runs through the group. 1 moment. Fang holds up a stick of memory. You guess right, I am systems, and I have records that link you directly to Solheim right here. He turns to the foreman again. So once again, I am asking you to take this man into the custody of the shipyard. The foreman remains still. Hardin's voice is calm, measured. If you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted at a members' meeting for proper review? He shakes his head. I have nothing to hide, unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow, and tries to turn my own men against me. You hear it now, the echoing sound of boots on walkways coming from all angles at once, and then settling behind you. Please, says Hardin, submit the data through the correct channels, then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave. He gestures behind you to the security detail, their hands on boxy black sidearms at their sides. Fang spits. Hardin, you shithead. You can't wriggle out of this one. A security officer draws their weapons and levels it. Fang turns and stares him down. Calm Fang. You look at Fang, he shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go, he says Fang, and he pushes through security, heading back down the walkway. Once security has walked you out of the shipyard and nudged you back into the corridor, Fang picks up the pace. You try to keep up as he slips into the shadows of an entrance. Fang is grinning ear to ear. You know, sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be. Something pings in his pocket and he takes it out. On the slate, a web of connections starts drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points around the ring. Got him, mutters Fang. Oh, what is that? That, Sleeper, is something our worm added to Harden's personal slate. Retracting his outgoing messages. Feng's grin looks ghostly in the uplight of his screen. The old ways are best. Spook them good enough, and they'll give you the game away. He jabs at the slate, and you see the web is being drawn over the map of the ring. Lines bouncing from point to point. All these dots? These are Hayden's buddies, and the ones he is messaging right now. We're going to find them all. That was on purpose? Of course! Harden isn't working alone. We need the full set for nothing. Feng glances around and slips the slate back into his pocket. Better split for now, Slipper, but this is exactly what we need. Good hunting. The pat on your shoulder, Feng drifts away, back into the flow of people around the shipyard entrance. You watch him go, unsure whether to be angry or impressed. Fair enough. So now I need to wait 4 more turns? Oh, I got an upgrade point. Right, 4 turns. Let's go back to check. Yeah, out of office. Ever since your trip to the shipyard, Feng has been missing from his bay. What's going on? Obviously he's laying low, my dude. Sorry, that was a bit loud. Well, I've got upgrade, so let's see. I almost want to get this to wait, but... You know, I'm going to actually keep my upgrade point until I can get Icebreaker. That's what I'll go for next. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to work on the ship. If I can. I can. Alright. Let's go with a 4. Start action. Let's see what I get from this. Nice! 12 cryo systems tech, and I got 5 more cryo because it's an interface. Once the shift is done, you close your eyes and see the webs of systems running inside the Sideral Horizon. You are a natural at this work. Let's go with a 3 as well. Ooh. Well, let's check what this does for me, which becomes a 4. +1 system tech. You end up ankle deep in braided cables, wiring and rewiring. Eventually you settle the systems, but it's a struggle. The good thing is I'm not getting bad quality control, so I am almost halfway done with junior tech, so we'll leave that for now. Can I look here and see anything else? It's done. I can get more, what's this? Oh, another agent, okay. I can get stuff from them and get Hunter to come after me. I need ship mine stuff, though. Oh, you know what? What can I do here? Unload containers. So I could try unloading the containers. Get cryo for it. No, let's try that out. Let's go ahead and do this, even though, oof, it's putting me down. But, we'll see. 15 cryo, not bad. Handling the hull plates and shattered structures takes work, but keep your head down, and before long the shift is done. Alright, so I'll get a little bit there, so I get some more money. Can I do anything like buy ship stuff here? No. I can only get it from that one place, I think. Win a Sideral ticket. Ugh. Work your way into a shipyard crew. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh. Shit, what I should be doing is going after the Yatagon, right? So, yeah, that's what I'll do here. Let's fight ourselves a fucking Hunter. Again. There we go. Yep, here he is. 1 second. Those familiar threads wrap around you, bind you, test you. Entity, submit. Hunter's strange head bobs in your vision. Your ally in the sealed dock cannot save you. And that globed head, you see whirling strings of data, so many spinning there that they threaten to tear through this thin skin and whip out into the void around. What happened to this creature? The threads squeeze, and you lose any sympathy you might have had. You must escape. Strike. You lash out once more, pushing Hunter back, severing threads that regrow as fast as they are broken. As you slip away, you realize you have to find a way to deal with Hunter once and for all. This is getting too dangerous. Yeah, I do. Oh, maybe I can finish this. I'll do this. I'll get some more information here. Bypass and extract. Awesome. Leave, and I'm gonna go ahead and go back to Sabine's and drop off some more information here for her. Because I can finish this. So let's go ahead and do that here. Alright, start action. Awesome. Continue. As you turn away from the terminal, the final cache of Yadigan data uploaded, the air crackles with white noise. Sleepa? Sabine's voice, weaker than before, comes through the haze. Sabine? A sigh of relief comes through the layers of noise. The call must be coming in from somewhere on the station. This has to be short. I don't know if Yadigan are monitoring me. Their voice is hushed, distant. You try to focus on it. The data you are bringing me from the Yadigan agents? There's something in it I don't understand. A shrill howl rattles through the signal. This data is all gleaned from their implants, records of interrogations with their nervous systems, performance analysis, error rates, usage data. I installed many of these implants, and I didn't enable any of this functionality. Their voice dips under the level of the noise, like a swimmer slipping beneath the water. You listen for the waves for a few seconds before Sabine re-emerges. It has to be somehow baked into the wetware's interface, and that's not all. The systems compiling this data are connected to some kind of transmission protocol. It's being broadcast. Wait, why? Every Yadigan enforcer is equipped with black market implants, retinal enhancements, adrenaline boosters, pain suppressors. These implants are gathering data on themselves, on the enforcers' bodies, on their performance. Why? I can't tell. I mean, capitalism? In its darker ways? But I can promise you these foot soldiers have no idea this is going on. The background tone switches, dropping to a grainy rumble. If they knew, I don't imagine they would be happy with the situation. Yadigan could have a mutiny on their hands. Again, I don't know where his fucking accent's going, but whatever. You lean toward the terminal, straining to listen to Sabine's faint voice. I need a few cycles to pull this all together, but this might be the information I need to pressure Yannick into releasing my debt. Yannick? He is one of the heads of Yadigan. They pause. It is better you don't know him. Keep it that way. Suddenly, a banging echoes through the call. Sabine's voice is suddenly whispered panic. I have to go. Come back in 4 cycles. Then the sharp crack of a disconnect, and silence fills the apartment. You step back from the terminal. What does Yadigan have to gain from monitoring its own members? You try to recall what you know about the gang, but you have little to go on. You think of Toshiro, Sabine's minder. He mines stuff. His mirrored teardrop implants set below hard eyes. What data could they be gathering, and more importantly, where are they sending it? You reflexively rub your forehead, trying to think. Can you really trust Sabine? How did they come to be Yadigan's doctor in the first place? You think of their kindness, their care, but also that glazed look of recognition they gave you when they first met you. The look stays in your mind as you slip back out of the apartment, glancing around as you close it up and drift into the corridors of the station, and able to shake the unpleasant sensation of being observed. Okay. Cool. So, my thing is, like, can I pay anything? No, I just have to wait until this is done. So I need to make as much money as I can before that's done. Just to know, hey, 69, nice. Just to know how much I need to fucking do there. So, actually, wait. I already have that. Okay. Say, because this is engineer, right? No, it's a dirt. I wish that was engineer. Okay, well. Yeah, no. I think it's just more money for stuff like that. Okay, well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go here. I'm going to inject my stabilizer because I'm flickering, and I'd rather be full. And I need to go eat some food tomorrow. Alright, well, let's go ahead tomorrow. Next cycle. Let's go ahead and actually call it there for now. Once again, I just want to thank you guys for joining me here. We got quite a bit done here. We've confronted Hardin. We started working on the ship. We got all the data for Sabine to help her there. Is there anything else that I can think of that we did? We worked a little bit with the scrap hauler people. That's about it so far. Like I said, we learned that apparently Yadigan is monitoring its enforcers. which, if I were to tie that into real life, it feels like all the privacy information, all the privacy stuff that we get when we use stuff like Google are free services. So perhaps something like that is going on there. Maybe they're getting that data and selling it to Haven's Age, and Haven Age, and getting, working it in their pocket or something like that. But who knows? It's something we'll find out there. But other than that, I do want to again thank you for joining me. I'm hoping you're liking this, and if you are, go ahead and show me that like by giving me a like, a thumbs up. If you're not, it's fine. Go ahead and give me a thumbs down. And then, of course, as always, comment, praise me, or tell me, some hinters, some points, but never, please, never spoil, especially for other people. Don't even tell me I'm on the right path, please, because I would like to find out for myself. So thank you very much for respecting that. And if I'm doing anything wrong, you could ridicule me, maybe give me some constructive feedback for some pointers. But other than that as well, make sure that if you are really enjoying it, subscribe and ring the bell to know when more content is coming out. For right now, I am aiming to get everything out every single day. So every day there's at least one new video coming out for you guys to enjoy, whether it's Citizen Sleeper or anything else I might be playing, which I've got 2 more games that I've recently gotten that are going to be coming down the pipeline, so keep your eyes out for those 2. But again, other than that, I just want to thank you all for joining me here today. I hope you have a great day, night, or wherever you're at, and whatever time it is, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!